Welcome to the Daily News Network. Time for Maximize Your Potential. I'm Brian Sexton, joined today by Bryce Ocepek with Coldwell Banker Anabasis Realty. And a good story, I'm told, a really good story. So, listen, I'm going to do what I normally don't do. I'm going to shut up and let you talk.
You're going to let me talk?
Talk to me about anabasis. I've never heard the word before.
Yeah, so there is the Anabasis. It's a book.
Okay.
And just like the Odyssey, Greek epic.
Which is coming out in movie form next month.
Exactly, yeah. The Anabasis is a story about the March of the 10,000, led by Xenophon, ancient Greek warlord. And it's the story of conquering so many different things that were just against the odds 100%. He was going against the Persian Empire, which at the time was the biggest and the strongest, and it was one of the earliest recorded great victories against the Persian Empire. And he dealt with so many different things, but what my father and I really liked was that he was the only ancient Greek warlord in text that was monotheistic. He believed in one God, and they warred over land and money, and they took the journey up against all odds to conquer the giant. And we felt like that just embodied everything that we do in business. Yeah.
So are you out there conquering the real estate world?
I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Give us a Greek Odyssey. Give us a tale
of
heroic success.
I'll tell you about the genesis of kind of where Anabasis and just how the whole business and everything started and where we got to where we're at.
Go.
So I got into real estate when I was 18.
Smart man.
I was working at Berkshire Hathaway, which before I even got into that, I had first graduated high school at 17. My dad was like, "What do you want to do?" And my dad is military, police, that background. He's got his master's degree in counterterrorism. Super, super interesting guy.
Yeah.
But he had a really good business acumen because of everything that my grandfather did with broadcast towers and things like that in the olden days that they did business together. So he asked me, what do you want to do one day? And I honestly could not tell you where it came from, but at 17 I told my dad, I want to own my own real estate brokerage one day. I hadn't even done real estate. I don't know where it came from. I feel like honestly it was just God's calling on my life that he just kind of told me that's what I was supposed to do. And I stuck with it and I ran with it. So Berkshire Hathaway, my dad was friends with a broker in town, and I was mentoring under him, and I started a marketing piece for him where I was interviewing a bunch of different local business owners and really help elevating his brand and his business. Ended up closing several deals from it, and I was doing that all while I was in college at Florida State, double majoring in finance and real estate. So I was working a night job at the bar, doing real estate and classes during the day. I was like,
and it's how you've become who you are today.
Always working.
Well, that's the life of a realtor. I have it in my family, and she's always trying to talk to our boys and their friends about the real estate game. And I think I've recognized when your team has been around, they're young.
Oh yeah.
You've recruited a very young group of realtors. How does that work for you?
It works because the buy-in, right? There's people that have been doing real estate for 20 years, 30 years. Do you think that you're going to be able to tell them which way to go and what to do? No, it's their business. They've been doing it this way for 30 years. They're not changing or adapting their processes.
Right.
And real estate is moving really fast right now, especially in the age of AI. There's so many developments. So having people that are coachable, I think, is really important as the real estate game continues to change. Being able to look at AI smart summaries on leads that come through our system, different automatic reply systems. We have AI voice and AI text, as well as automatic IDX feeds that change based on what the customer clicks around on, and a myriad of different AI tools that can be leveraged to actually help elevate the real estate business for an agent. But there are only so many agents that are willing to take the time to learn, understand, and implement those processes in their day-to-day business.
You are a youthful entrepreneur. I won't say young, although you are, with a youthful team. Does that bring you young buyers? Are young people looking to real estate, or in an age of higher cost, higher interest rates, or do you have to drag young minds to real estate?
I wouldn't say that. We have a partnership with Zillow, so we have a direct partnership with Zillow, and I mean, we're getting hundreds of inbound leads a month.
Okay.
Hundreds in multiple markets.
That's fantastic.
From North Florida all through South Georgia, and we have opportunities that we're looking at to expand even further outside of there. But for right now, staying in our backyard. But yeah, whenever agents come in, although young, they don't have a sphere. They don't know the young people that are buying. To answer your question, are young people buying? Not really. They're still renting.
Yeah.
First-time homeowners on average, that actually is in like the 30s now on average, a first-time home buyer.
I know it's trended up.
It's trended up significantly.
Florida's growth since COVID has obviously had a hand in that.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people realize it and a lot of people don't realize it. But whenever you click on Realtor.com or Zillow or Trulia or any of these portals, where does that inquiry go? Do you think it goes directly to the platform, or does it go to a real estate agent that's tied to the platform?
Yeah.
That's where it goes.
Okay.
And that's what we do, right? I have tried to essentially take Zillow, Trulia, you know, Google, and these different platforms, because over 95% of real estate shoppers in 2026 start their home search where? On the internet. They're not starting at open houses. They're not starting directly calling a realtor from a friend that they already knew. For the most part, 90% are starting their home search online. So, you know, being able to utilize that online lead capture and then build processes and automations around it can really help elevate an agent's business. You know, I've had several instances where agents on my team that are younger, you know, late 20s, early 30s, come in. They've only closed a couple deals in a year at other shops, and they come in and they close 20 deals in 6 months. Like, that's happened multiple times in the last 12 months for our company, and that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to build people up and give them a platform to really see success in the real estate industry.
So if someone's watching us right now, and there are lots of people watching, but they're interested in real estate, whether they're young in their 20s or whether they're in their late 30s or early 40s and they're looking for a career change and understand the potential that's there, how do they find you?
They can reach me either directly on my cell phone number, 904-206-9965, or my email, bryceocepek@gmail.com. You can look up Coldwell Banker Anabasis Realty on Instagram, or follow me, Broker Bryce Official, on Instagram. DM me anytime, and I will be happy to take care of you, answer questions, help guide you in the right direction, whether it's me or with another group that best meets your needs.
And we will put all of these in the show notes. How about just along the theme of maximize your potential?
Yeah.
How about one success tip for a realtor who's looking to take their business to the next level?
Yeah.
If somebody comes up to you today, later you're in line at a coffee shop getting a coffee and says, I know who you are and I know how successful you are, how do I get there? What's the one thing that you say?
It really is basic blocking and tackling. Be the first one in the door and the last one out. And that's how I've always worked my entire life. Even whenever I first got out of college and I was working at a commercial real estate firm before I started my company, I was the first one in, the last one out. And there is a lot of, you know, automations and things that you can put in place to build a successful business, but at the end of the day, nothing really replaces hard work more than hard work.
Fantastic.
Truthfully.
All right, Bryce, Coldwell Banker Anabasis Realty.
Yes, sir.
We'll make sure that you can connect with him if you follow us in the show notes. And we'll see you next time here on Maximize Your Potential, only on the Daily News Network.